In this episode, we are going to talk about the ICT unicorn model. I will break down the relevant liquidity levels you have to use, the confirmations you need to qualify the setup, and when to enter the trades. So let's get into it. Coming to the charts, first let's look at an example of the unicorn model. First, we'll look at the bullish scenario. Suppose we have a sell-side liquidity sweep. We have a low here, and after the sweep we form a high. Then the market displaces above that high, which creates a bullish breaker block. After that, we have a fair value gap. The market usually retraces back to either the breaker block or the fair value gap and then continues toward the buy-side liquidity. Now let's look at a bearish scenario. Here you can see a buy-side liquidity sweep. Then we form a high and a low. The market then breaks below that low, which creates a bearish breaker. We also have a fair value gap. Price again retraces back to either the fair value gap or the breaker, and then continues toward the sell-side liquidity. But you have to pay close attention to one key element in this model: displacement. You must have a strong displacement move above the high or below the low. It must be a clear and strong displacement. After that, price will retrace back to either the breaker or the fair value gap, and that is where you take your entry. So, the basic foundation of the unicorn model is that we must wait for both a breaker and a fair value gap. If there is only one, then it is not a valid model. As you all know, liquidity and bias are mandatory for every ICT concept. Now let's hop onto the charts and I will show you how to apply this model. Now look at this current price action. Let's identify our bias first. We are on the 4-hour time frame, and we have a sell-side liquidity sweep. Then we have a high resting above, acting as our buy-side liquidity. We also have a 4-hour bullish fair value gap, where price is currently retracing. So this is enough to tell us that our bias is clearly bullish. Now let's shift down to the 15-minute time frame. Here, we can see a sell-side liquidity sweep inside our 4-hour fair value gap, which perfectly aligns with our higher time frame bias. Now let's shift down to the 5-minute time frame to look for the characteristics of our model. Now let's drop down to 1-minute time frame and look for our entry model. Look closely. We had a low here and a high here. Now price has displaced above this high, which creates a bullish breaker block. We mark this out. Next, we can see a small fair value gap here, which validates our model because we now have both a breaker and a fair value gap. We enter on this fair value gap, place our stop just below the breaker, and then mark out the recent high as our buy-side liquidity target. Now, the reason we are only using the recent swing high as our buy-side liquidity is because it's not realistic to target higher time frame highs and catch 1 to 25 risk-reward trades. You can see that the market instantly triggers our order and immediately starts displacing to the upside, eventually sweeping our buy-side liquidity and giving us a clean target. Now let's break it down clearly. We had a breaker block because we formed a low and a high and price broke above it. We had a fair value gap, we entered on it, price triggered our order, and it delivered our target. This is a perfect example of the unicorn model. Now in this example, look carefully. We have a buy-side liquidity sweep, which clearly tells us that our bias is bearish. Let's shift down to the 5-minute time frame. Now this is where most traders make a mistake. You can see that the market has created a breaker. We do have a break below this low, but the key thing to notice is that there is no strong displacement. We also have a fair value gap. Now, if you were expecting a bearish move from this point, let's look at what happens next. The market is still respecting the breaker. At this stage, we simply wait and observe. Now notice that price sweeps the buy-side liquidity again. If you ignored displacement and entered earlier, you would have suffered a loss here. This is why strong displacement is mandatory. Now we will wait for a clean model to form. Now look closely. We have a high here and a low here. The market breaks below this low, which creates our bearish breaker. Now this breaker is valid, but why? Because we have a strong displacement below this low. Now we also have a fair value gap, which means our model is now validated. So first, let's mark this out. We now enter on this fair value gap, place our stop just above the breaker, and for the target, we mark the recent swing low as our sell-side liquidity. As I said earlier, we will only use the recent swing highs and lows as our targets. Now let's set our target and let's see what happens. The market immediately triggers our order and starts displacing to the downside. Notice how price continues breaking below the lows, and finally, it delivers a clean target. Now, I want to highlight the core mistake traders make that causes them to lose money. Compare the displacement move where we entered with the earlier move. The difference is clear. In this valid entry, we have a strong displacement accompanied by large fair value gaps, which is why the trade worked perfectly. Remember, displacement does not simply mean that a candle closes above or below a level. True displacement must create new fair value gaps. Without that, the move is not valid. That's it for this video. If this helped you, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to join my mentorship program, the link is in the description. And for any questions or doubts, you can join my Discord. I'll see you in the next one.